Ah, love. That ever-burning flame that drives poets to madness and nobles to ruin. But what did dating look like before Tinder swipes, awkward DMs, and Netflix and chill? Let's time travel back to 18th century Europe, where love was a battlefield of etiquette, corsets, and courtship contracts. Let's get one thing straight. In the 1700s, dating wasn't just a private matter. It was theatrical, strategic, and oh yes, family-sponsored. In upper-class Europe, especially among the aristocracy, marriages were less about romance and more about real estate. Love came after the contract, if it came at all. Think of it as matchmaking meets Monopoly. Got a title but no cash? Marry a merchant's daughter. Got a fortune but no name? Nab yourself a broke baroness. Now don't go thinking it was all business. Romance did blossom often in secret. Ah, the love letter. A staple of 18th century courtship, flowery, flirty, and definitely run through a filter of Shakespearean metaphors. Example: My dearest Elizabeth, thy beauty doth outshine the stars. Meet me by the fountain, if your heart permits. Ha ha ha. Smooth, right? Except, he probably had to pass that note through a maid, a footman, and a suspicious aunt. Unchaperoned meetings were scandalous. If a couple wanted alone time, they'd better bring an army of relatives, or a really convincing excuse. Can't talk freely in public? No problem. 18th century ladies had a secret weapon, the fan. One flick of the wrist could say, "Follow me, I'm taken," or "My dad's watching." It was like texting. If emojis were silk, lace, and entirely open to misinterpretation. Elopements and scandal. But what if you really couldn't wait? Then enter the runaway marriage. Gretna Green in Scotland was the Las Vegas of 18th century Britain. No parental consent? No problem. Just hop on a carriage and cross the border. Clandestine weddings were risky, romantic, and ripe for gossip. You might end up happily ever after or excommunicated by brunch. Now, let's talk about marriage realities. Now, we've had some laughs, but let's not sugarcoat it. Once the vows were said, love didn't always follow. Women had few rights. Divorce? Practically impossible. Abuse? Often ignored. And for many, marriage was a life sentence without parole. For every Jane Austen story, there were dozens of silent tragedies. That's history too, and it matters. But whether it's with fans, footmen, or FaceTime, it's always been worth chasing. And remember, if anyone ever flutters their fan at you, they might just be asking for your Instagram.